Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the ADK Rock and Metal channel, and today we're checking out Knocked Loose featuring Poppy, and the song is Suffocate. This was, I don't even know when this came out, it was a while back.
Yeah, the album came out in May, and it's called You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. I believe this is either track number 3 or track number 4 with Poppy.
This was a recommendation. I did a video about Poppy on the Dave Does channel a little while ago, and someone said we should check this one out over on the ADK, so we are. So let's go do it. H string.
Got that Gojira guitar
That
tone,
is,
hasn't
yeah.
it?
I like the grainy effect of the video. It feels bleached out. I don't like that vocal delivery.
I know people say it's too high, like he's got his balls cracked in the house. I think it works, because no one else did it.
Well, I think it's because the vocals are too elevated. It won't talk about passion.
I think there's a lot of it's genuine rage. No doubt this is hard though.
Little blast there.
Basically hardcore masquerading as extreme metal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is fine by me.
Remember, she's a pop artist.
She's done full on her.
Burdened by our connection.
Jesus Christ, how down-tuned are those guitars?
Yeah.
Like, boom, boom, boom.
Every breath tries hard to escape. The rain is over now. Have you found your grave? Suffocate!
Imagine how violent one of these shows would be, what do you mean?
I've heard a lot of things about the Knocked Loose shows.
Fucking hell. I think I'm too old for a gig like this. I'm going to end up with a smashed face. I mean, that's like going into escape plan. I can't believe how big this band is, considering how fucking heavy they are. I mean, they have millions of monthly Spotify streams.
Okay, there we go. Knocked Loose, a Suffocate featuring Poppy. I'm going to give it to Kirk first on this one.
Yeah, a bit of background. So the album came out on the 10th of May. Knocked Loose, the biggest band in the world in terms of hardcore music now, and this has elevated them to a new level. When I reviewed it back in May, I'm just looking at other albums that I recommended. Frontiera, that Scottish mathcore band, Disposable Youth by Baylor, an Irish hardcore band, and that experimental grindcore band from America, Full of Hell, and I think that really captures this album. That was brutal. Actually, Poppy and Brian Garris, if you had headphones on, could you tell them apart? That's probably going to be a problem.
Yeah.
The one thing with this band, the divisive vocal delivery, which I do like because no one else does it, it's higher than normal, isn't it? If you're going to be projecting at those levels of rage, I think it does put some people off. I like it. It's quite unique. Musically, I mean, you can tell just with that opening riff. Did you say he was playing an 8-string guitar?
Yeah.
You just knew that you were going to be bludgeoned to death.
And he wasn't even using the 8-string, he was actually playing it as though it was on a 7.
But it had that, like we call it, that Gojira sucking in sound, like
Yeah.
when you palm internet. I mean, how many?
What was that? Sorry.
How many breakdowns were there at the end? Were there like 3 in a row? I just
I lost crack.
It was just like,
crack?
to me, it was basically
I
like...
lost crack. It's down the back of the sofa somewhere.
It was like the Dillinger Escape Plan have reformed and started playing 8-string guitars. I love that type of music. The album, I think, is only 26 minutes long. and there are one or two
18 songs.
interludes on it. No. But most of the album is like that, and it's just like a fucking punch to the face, isn't it? My type of music, I just don't see how you can get bored listening to that because there's so many things going on. It's like being strapped to a chair and you're trying to escape from it. You know, you're not going to just sit there and accept your fate. You're going to try and break out. So it does get a reaction from me. It's one of those what I call eye-bulging extreme metal. I know that they come from hardcore, but Jesus Christ, there's no punk in that, is there? That is just extreme noise metal.
Andy?
Yeah, band I've heard a lot about. And you're right, Kirk, the vocals are divisive. And for me, I don't like them. Do you remember when we very first started the channel, one of the first albums we reviewed was American hardcore band, Stray from the Path?
Yes.
I mean, this guy, he takes us a few octaves above him, I think, and the vocalist on that band kind of detracted from my enjoyment of that album. I did enjoy that album, but it'd been better if they were just brought down a bit. And this one, they're so up there and so much in the front of the delivery that it almost masks the really brutal guitars. You know, there's changes of pace in there which I really like. You say the breakdowns, really like the music that this band are putting forward. But the vocals, as you said, could you tell them apart from Poppy's? Probably not. I'd like to have heard the extreme contrast of deep, powerful masculine vocals with her, you know, high-pitched squeals and screeches and everything. I mean, I haven't actually given this band a chance. That's really the first time I have heard them. Perhaps I've been put off by what I've heard and whatever, because, you know, are they so successful? They're they're breaking that hardcore model of being not popular and whatever, because they are, as you say.
It's not quite mainstream, but Billie Eilish is a fan.
Yeah, they're getting there, aren't they?
Rolling Stone magazine, Spin magazine, they've all got opinions on them. Yeah.
I think, despite what my reservations are with the vocals, I could give this band some more time. You know, they are really, really good musically as well. It's perhaps a vocal delivery that will grow on me. You know, I don't know if it was the case for you, whether you absorbed it and liked it straight away or you had to work at it. I don't know.
I liked it. To me, do you know what's unique? There's a lot of it. It sounds hysterical, because it's higher, and there's not many bands that have that type of vocalist in there. So it caught me straight away. I just remember thinking, well, this is a few octaves higher than you'd normally expect. But what's your view on it, on the song and on the vocals?
Okay, so it's an extreme band that isn't an extreme band, basically, from what I can get from this. So the only other band I can kind of put in there with this sort of intensity would be something like Slaughter to Prevail or something like that, where it's this rabid fan base. It's almost like people, it's not just about the music. Everyone knows that they're extreme, and it's you go to a gig, it's going to kick off.
Yeah.
That's the only. You don't go into a mosh pit in the middle of a not loose, and you go, yay! You're gonna go in there and get your fucking face kicked in,
like
but by people that all want to do that,
Yeah.
and it's all via agreement. That's the thing I'm gonna say. It's not like you're gonna go in there and people just start beating you up for no reason.
No.
It's all consenting people that have gone there for that environment, which is an environment I've never understood personally. I don't really want to come home with a broken rib and a black eye and go, oh, that was fucking brilliant night. It just doesn't compute for me as an idea of what you want to do. But that's my concept of what I get from there. The problem I have with the vocals is not necessarily the delivery, it's the fact that delivery is there all the time. You need variation. Otherwise, an intense vocal delivery of for the whole song suddenly goes from being an intense vocal to being a whiny, shouty little bitch.
And he's a lot higher than the one you just did.
And you suddenly go, do you know what? It doesn't mean anything because your intensity's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
You need to build. You need to have like a and then that line when you deliver it like that means so much more powerful.
It's the one that goes, whoa,
So, fuck, that was heavy. When you do that for non-stop,
dynamics, don't you? Yeah.
his vocal was on 100% the whole time, which then makes me go, I'm really bored now. What I liked was actually Poppy's vocals. I was expecting hers. When they said it featuring Poppy, I'm like, so what it's going to be is he's going to do all heavies, and then she's going to come in and sing a little pretty breakdown section, and then he's going to kick back in. So when she started delivering his, I was like, fuck. Considering that's really interesting, because when you listen to her stuff, when
Who
it's
is
just
this?
popping.
Who is this girl? I
So
don't-
she's a pop singer basically.
Okay.
YouTube
she-
sensation signed by a major label, wasn't she?
Yeah, but she also does. She's done all sorts of different genres. So you kind of listen to it and go, okay, she sounds a little bit Katy Perry-ish in this sort of video, and then Billie Eilish, and then she started. Now she's doing this. You're like, okay, you've got a huge range, and
Yeah.
she's very artistic.
She's kind of like a pop star aimed at the alternative market,
Yeah,
isn't she?
I think she just treats it, all music as like an art format. So
Yeah.
she'll go in and approach it no matter. Genre doesn't have a boundary for her,
Yeah.
so she'll just cross over boundaries and do whatever she likes, whatever she feels, if it has an artistic release. And I really liked that about her. And so she was the standout for me. As far as Not Loose, I got bored.
What did
I
you
have
mean
to
when
be
you
because
said-
it doesn't because of the intensity of the vocals and where the guitars and stuff were going. Because it was so full on all the time, I started to get lack of interest because it never gave me a chance.
I see what you mean. I'm like that with a lot of death metal, because it's all at the same intensity. But at least that you've got different frequency ranges. Can I just ask what you meant when you said it's extreme metal without being extreme? I think you said.
So when I look at extreme metal, I go, okay, Lorna Shore. And I'm like, and it's all meant to be.
Yeah.
But if I was to then play that versus Lorna Shore, I'd go Not Loose is more extreme. They feel more dangerous than Lorna Shore does.
Yeah, because
The
they're just
music's more extreme.
over-processed.
The music's more frantic in Lorna Shore. There's more pig squeals going on, but I don't feel that as dangerous. Not Loose sounds dangerous. Not Loose sounds like you're inciting. It's almost like they're inciting a fucking riot going on over there. Lorna Shore's like, oh my god, that's just extreme, and people are like,
For the sake
fucking
of
hell,
it.
that's.
Yeah, just for the
this
sake
one
of it.
feels like we want you to go on a riot now through the Capitol.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Trump hasn't got Not Loose as his fucking running mate. Oh, for fuck's sake. But that's the sort of mentality you see. Extreme metal isn't about. Well, when I've seen like bands or seen bands like Lorna Shore, they don't come across as bands that are trying to get an extreme pit going. Not Loose, their entire fucking idea is, I want to see that fucking kicking off. We want you to fucking tear this place down, and that's the sign of a good show. It's not about. We want you to headbang and clap along with this song. That's not what they're after. They want you to fucking go nuts. And most metal bands would like to see some headbanging and stuff like that, but Not Loose will kick off if they're not seeing it for every fucking song.
Yeah.
And that's what that music feels like. It's designed to antagonize. Thank you. And instigate was where I was going with it. That's why I put the two words together.
We've
And
invented
instigate.
a new word. Antagonate.
Antagonate, yes. Instigate and antagonize a crowd to do that as much damage in that place as possible, consentently.
Can you
And I'm going to
see?
put that there because it
Yeah.
is that violence thing going in the violent pits. I don't know what's it called? Violent pits? There's a fucking word for it.
Crowd killer.
Crowd killer. Crowd killing. I'm like, someone comes at me. The thing is, I actually said that before. If someone came up with a crowd killing, I'm gonna fucking knock the fuck out. They'd probably love it.
Yeah.
But then I shouldn't be there in the first place because I'm in the wrong place
Yeah.
for that environment. I should be at the back of the venue, watching and not getting involved in a pit. Going, I want to stand in the pit right here in front of the band and clap my hands. They'd be like, we're gonna fucking smash your face in, mate, because that's where we're crowd killing right now.
Do you know
Stop it, all of you!
on the topic of why these are so popular?
Give everyone a timeout. Timeout, all of you in the corner. Go away.
On the topic of why these are so popular, do you know like when Slipknot came out in 1999? A lot of kids hadn't really heard extreme metal, and they were bringing grindcore and death metal into a new metal format, and the youth latched onto it. Do you think that might explain? Is this the current generation, say between the ages of 15 and 21? Is this their band? Because every generation probably wants a band that's rebellious, that fucking absolutely
Depends on your
destroys
mindset.
your speakers. These could be that band, like what Slipknot were in the early
It purely
2000s.
depends on what your mindset is.
And the good thing is these have got the respect in the hardcore community as well, so they've covered all their bases.
I think if you've got gripes with society, if you've got gripes about things in your life, then you're going to latch onto this.
Yeah.
And people do. People are latching onto all sorts of things, no matter which country you're in. You can see that in today's society, that people are just finding any way, any excuse to fucking kick off
And
at
this
the moment.
is a soundtrack, innit, to go and
This is a
slash
soundtrack
up
to
your
fucking-
local police
yeah.
station. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed our video today, please do like, share and subscribe. We'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.